My name's David Bray and I'm an artist.
David, we're in the Ben Oakley Gallery. It's a gallery you know really, really well.
Yeah.
And you've got your second show of landscape paintings. Can you tell me something about the show for a start?
It is, as you said, it's my second purely landscape show. Since the last one, which was last April, I've spent pretty much the last 11 months making sure I'm out at least once or twice a week. Just me, a panel, whatever, just painting, just pushing it, trying to push it even further.
You know, I've always been introduced to your work as a sort of illustrative style, you know, to some extent portraiture. And this new body of work, it just seems really different for you. What was it that sort of started you on this path?
I used to share a studio with a photographer and a retoucher in the West End, and they were doing a lot of agent provocateur stuff. And I had quite a small space, so it's quite restricted. And then I moved to a studio in Woolwich, a little bit more space, and then I quit that and started working from home. And I suddenly realised I didn't have to be chained to a desk. I could actually get out of the house into the countryside and just a bit of exploring, basically to save my sanity, because I think I had a bad case of cabin fever. We moved out of London 5 years ago to the Kent countryside, so my environment changed as well, and I started noticing some bits of landscape, bits of stuff that wouldn't have occurred to me living in Lewisham.
So it was as simple as that. It was getting out of that cabin type, that box type environment where you're just drawing, to actually literally getting your easel, plonking it down in front of the view and just painting. Getting
my feet dirty, basically. It is that. I think it kind of saved me from going around the bend. I was having. I enjoyed the first 3 months of living in the countryside, and then winter came, and it got very dark. And I went very Colonel Kurtz sat in the corner, and then spring came, you know, sunlight just felt right. When I was doing it, it didn't seem, I hadn't thought about why I was doing it that much until afterwards, and then I suddenly had to take stock and think, what am I doing here? And it wasn't initially to show those works in a gallery environment or online or anything. It was just very much a personal thing. But then I thought, well, you know, why not? Let's see what the reaction is if I put it out there. So I put a couple of pieces up on Instagram. Ben messaged me and said, "This piece, is this for sale?" I thought, "Oh." And he took it and said, "Let's just do a show." Wow. Landscapes.
Just like that.
It was. I can't think of the right word, but
it's just
Providence.
Yeah.
Is it Providence?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. And it just, and then so I did that. Not really expecting very much, and it was really well received, and a few pieces were sold, pretty much most of the show sold, and then said, "Let's do another one next year."
And here we are.
Which gave me I would have carried on, but it just gave, you know, a focal point, I guess.
The work, it's very ethereal looking. It's sort of very atmospheric, moody.
Yeah,
I might say.
That's Maidstone for you.
Oh right, is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's the country. That's the weather.
It is. We're lucky enough to live on a place that's on the side of on top of a hill that looks out across a valley along to kind of Kent, the suburbs of London, and spend like a good amount of time just at the back window watching the weather coming in. I think it's all sort of soaked up, because I started doing these pieces of work about 2 years after we moved out. So I think maybe it is like a product of my environment, possibly.
Probably. And your dad was a landscape painter as well, wasn't he? Or was
he dabbled in it, but he worked in the arts, but on the admin side. But he had a few bits lying around the house that after he passed away, we were cleaning stuff up and. Being a bit of a magpie, I was like, yeah, I'll have that. Not actually thinking, yeah, I'll do something with this. It's like, yeah, watercolours, oh yeah, I'll have them, I'll use them on something, you know.
And it was your dad's watercolours that first started you painting in watercolours with the landscapes?
Yeah. Because, I mean, I would never have gone to an art store and bought a box of watercolours.
Because that's not what you were known for.
No. I would have been, you know, where's the Posca pens? And in that routine, you know, and it's just the fact that they were there, and I thought, yeah, why not? Why not just have a little playing?
And this,
and that's what play is what I've always been about. You know, let's see what we can do.
Just about being curious and just trying different things.
Because, you know, just some things work, some things don't work. I mean, there's plenty of stuff that didn't work that I've either ripped up or, you know, stuck in a bin, whatever.
You know, we're in this this sort of Aladdin's cave at the moment. I mean, I'll just sort of show you know around, but it's at the top. First of all, the Ben Oakley Gallery, and there's a couple of your pieces here, and actually shows quite the transition, the difference. So what we're talking about at the moment, one of the pieces from the last show, which is actually just still there, is just up there, and that sort of gives an idea in terms of the style that you're going for. Can you tell me about this piece?
This is probably one of the last pieces I did at the last year's
show.
And it's kind of where from that it's developed further into the stuff that is on show downstairs. I keep saying my wife, girlfriend. We got my in-laws live on the Suffolk coast, and it's very flat. It's Aldborough, Suffolk, Norfolk. It's just flat, isn't it? And in Aldborough Beach, it's just water.
Wow.
And I just took a little cross section of that. It's always very 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 bleak. Which I like. I love bleak. I like
bleak comes across, and then we've got some other sort of pieces, in here, and this is sort of the sort of more the type of work that I'm probably more used to seeing from you.
Sure. That's kind of like I guess it's my stock in trade of working as a freelance illustrator, sort of commissions for whoever basically, but that's pretty much again just having a limited amount of art materials and being a bit cash shy, and just thinking, right, well, I've got to do it, biro, and let's go and buy a pad from the newsagents. So it's not necessarily it's art. I must go and get the best paper, the best pens. It's like one of the things I was taught at college is don't make an excuse for not doing anything. You'll find a way. So that's one of the only things that stuck with me from that time. Is there's always you can use whatever.
Yes,
no
to hand. I mean, yes, absolutely. There's a couple more pieces here, and there's this one, and this brilliant Aladdin's Cave. Again, this is recognisably yours, but this is sort of a bit more urban in nature.
Yeah. Again, just pushing it a little bit more. These pieces started to happen when I moved out of the studio in the West End to my own space in Woolwich, and I had more space, so I could build bigger canvases. I could throw paint around. But again, I guess it's a smaller development so it is a portrait of a beautiful woman, but start to throw a bit more text in, bit rougher, because I had a little bit more freedom.
A bit more time.
And wasn't worried about covering anyone else's expensive computers in emulsion paint, which is, not the done thing.
Not the done thing. And what got you into the arts world? What was your story?
My dad used to work at the Royal Academy of Arts, so we were always surrounded by art and artists, and it's kind of all I knew. And my brother was a really good draftsman in his own right, incredible, and he was a little bit older than me, and I just wanted to be him, so I just wanted to copy what he did. So if he was sat at the table drawing something amazing, I'd be like, right, I'm doing that as well, and just trying to, I don't know, I guess that's how it started, and I didn't really have, I kind of knew I was going to go to art college in some respect, and didn't really think about it. That might show a lack of imagination, rather than.
But then you're just keeping going and keeping going. And
I did a degree in graphic design, by the end of which I realised I didn't want to be a graphic designer, but needed to start making money, so I became an illustrator. by almost by default, by going for a graphic design job, and the client was going through my portfolio and said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna use you for any of that, but these, I want you to do this." I'm like, "Okay." He said, "Yeah, you're an illustrator."
Brilliant.
So I was, I didn't know I was an illustrator. I was like, "Okay, I'm an illustrator now." So basically it was like a tilt shift. So it's literally all been by accident along the way. It's not like I've had a plan that this is what I'm going to do. It all
just happened.
Happy accidents. Everything's been and with touch concrete.
Touch
marble,
I've got my head.
Yeah. Hopefully those accidents keep,
Those happy accidents.
It's weird. I can't.
What about because obviously, I mean, I do know your work through the Ben Oakley Gallery. I've seen you work primarily through this gallery, actually. What's the relationship here? What's that journey between the gallery and yourself? Because you've had a number of shows, you've exhibited a lot.
The guy that ran the studios in Woolwich told me about this place and said, "Oh, Ben wants to meet you. Like, you should get down here and have a chat." And it turns out Ben had been buying a few bits from other galleries along the way. But as we were talking, we kind of grew up in the same area. We're roughly the same age. I'm 20 years younger.
Yep.
30 years younger. We grew up in the same environment, the same town, and we had turns out we had a lot of mutual shared acquaintances rather than without ever. We reckon we must have crossed paths at some point over the last 30 years. But he's really open to ideas and is really supportive, a ridiculously supportive mate, basically, and has backed me and really supported me.
David, thanks very much, mate.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.